Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Tammy Cooks, yay! So today we've got the tangy broccoli cauliflower salad. First, gonna rinse your cauliflower and your broccoli thoroughly, and the next step after this is that you want to cut it into smaller identifiable pieces. So I'm not sure if you call it brocklets or flowerlets, but yeah. And you want to have your bowl and your strainer handy, that you're gonna use. So yeah, so you just want to break this into small ones. After cutting your veggies, you take a bigger pot, put your strainer over that pot, and remember, you do not want your pieces to be too small. So as you can see, mine are not too small and they're not too big. You can still identify them as cauliflower and broccoli. Next step is to pour over some boiling water over your veggies. This is just to soften them, and this is a shorter cut. Instead of boiling it in water, by this step you just ensure that you do not overcook them so it becomes too soft. And yeah, so as you can see, my water is enough for it to steam. I'm just going to close my lid and allow it to steam over medium heat for 3 to 5 minutes. Depending on the texture you want, you can just skip the step of putting over the stove and just close it for 5 minutes and it will become soft. Okay, so after 5 minutes of steaming, I've removed it from my pot and I'm allowing it to cool down a little bit before adding the rest of my ingredients, so stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So after your broccoli is chilled, just gonna add some aromat for seasoning and taste, and then we add some thyme, and yeah, I add parsley as well. So it's just my thyme and parsley mix that I have at home and that I've mixed myself. So you just add that as well. So it's about a teaspoon of each. And I also like to add black peppercorns. Then the next thing, we add our mayonnaise. So you can use the Hellmann's mayonnaise, that becomes awesome. So I use that, and I use the Nola mayonnaise, so I mix them up. So yeah, and you just add that. You don't want it to be too wet and you don't want it to be too dry. So usually I would add my Thousand Island sauce, but then I don't have one, so I'm just going to use what I have at home. It's the creamy peri peri sauce. And okay, and we're back. So as I've said before, I don't have a Thousand Island sauce, so I'll just use the creamy peri. You don't need much of it, it's just for the color. So it's just a few drops, and yeah, carefully just mix it up, because you still want to keep your veggies in good shape. So you can chop up some red onions very fine, but for me, I just don't I don't like raw onions, so I don't add them in mine. So you can add those onions, and you can grate cheese into this. And yeah, so basically just make sure that you mix it properly to evenly distribute your seasoning. And you would also want to add some red peppers or some yellow bell peppers just to add that color. However, for me, I don't have them, so, and you just taste your sauce, and that's wonderful. So I just add more of this. Taste your seasoning. And I add more of my thyme and parsley because I love that mix. And so you could always just mix this up, make it, I add some sweet chili sauce as well. And last but not least, I have to add in any of my meals, I have to add some chili flakes, and that would be to top it up. So let me just go take them. So, chili flakes, and yeah, I love my chili flakes, guys. So yeah, so that will also help for my color, you know. And voila. Oh my, I couldn't help myself. And that's it for your broccoli and cauliflower salad. Now imagine if you've grated your cheese on top. Ooh, you just mix it up. Delicious. So you can just add some mustard sauce, just tiny little bit of it. It's up to you, but for me this is delicioso. Thank you. Back, and this is after we've allowed our broccoli and cauliflower to cool down. So now we're just gonna dress them up. So in this recipe, I just don't have any cheese at home, so yeah, I'm just gonna do it what I have. So we're just gonna season it. So it's with our aromat and our thyme. Oh, my thyme is finished.